In this video, I'm going to share with you the most mind-blowingly easy way to make gorgeous watercolor roses. And yes, you need a stamp. It can be a hand-carved stamp or it can be a store-bought stamp. But I promise you, when you learn this technique, you're going to want to do it again and again because it's almost fail-proof how easy it is to make gorgeous watercolor roses. It's so simple. The stamp does all the work, the water, of course, the color, but this is one of those techniques that when you start playing with it, where it becomes very meditative, and of course it's so exhilarating. And this technique I have done for years and years, and I never get tired of it because it's always so surprising and so satisfying, and the results are stunning. I'm just using some basic watercolor paper. Use whatever watercolor paper you have. You can use a mixed media paper. Just explore it and see what happens. There's no right or wrong. So the watercolors I'm using are Deep Red Rose, Quinacridone Magenta, and Brilliant Cad Red. And they're all Hydrus from Dr. P.H. Martin. And this is my paint palette, and it's kind of dried out, and that can still work. I don't actually need a whole lot of paint, but I'll put a little dot in here just because. And then my magentas here. And I use flat paint brushes, and they can be any size, and they can even be a filbert like this one here that's rounded. So just use what you have, and I dedicate one paintbrush to a color so that I don't mix up my colors on my stamp. And this is just a very basic stamp. This is what it looks like. I carved it. So I'm going to take my brush, and the paint is still on it because I let it dry on here because I don't care. It's not going to hurt it. And I'm going to put this red on the outside. And it's not even going to be put in every single spot. And then I'm going to take this orange and I'm just going to dab it a little bit in here. And that's it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mist this with a fine mister, and I'll show you. Before I mist it though, I'm going to cover up my workspace because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. And I'm going to hold this mister. It's a really great mister. I'll leave a link for it below. What I love about it, it can do really short bursts or it can do real long sprays. So it's a great mister. Now this has already started to, it's pretty much dried on here, but you can see the reflection of the paint on the stamp. And I'm just gonna give it a mist. I'm gonna hold it about 2 feet away, probably, you know, like this far away, maybe farther. And you can start lightly. And the water is gonna activate the paint. Now the reason I'm covering this up is so that my whole surface doesn't get wet. And I'm gonna just make the impression, and the water's gonna do the work. Now, this is actually not a whole lot of water in that one, so there's still paint on this, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to mist this again using the leftover paint. That time you did not see me mist it, but you know what I'm doing. So I'm doing just okay here. It's interesting, and every single impression is going to be different. It's just going to be different. I'm going to add a little bit more water and just stamp over here. I'm going to clean this off, and I'm going to do another color. I'm going to do this other red that I've mixed here, a little bit different. And I'm just going to put it in 4 spots. I'm not even going to connect all of the paint. And now I'm going to mist it. Maybe a tad bit more. And you can control it by making sure that your hand is pulled really far back from the stamp. Still have a lot of paint on here, so I'm going to do it again. Put a lot of water on that one. I think it's going to look nice. So this is what makes it really unique. When there's more water on one impression than there is another. Another thing I like to do is mask them. And this is just a Post-it note that's been stamped on with the stamp and it's been cut out. And this will make this stamp look like it's in the background. But I'm going to add a little bit more paint and a tad bit more water. I'm going to get one more impression out of this one. And this is where you can really see the lighter color values can be equally as beautiful. I know you're not supposed to use direct sunlight, but I can't help myself. I'm going to try to get one more out of this one. Let's see what happens. Also, while it's still wet, you can come back in and add a little bit more paint, or you can actually move the paint around on top. There are unlimited ideas. So it's a really loose and easy, carefree way to make gorgeous roses. Watercolor roses made simple. So simple. Honestly, the hardest part is figuring out how to carve the stamp and what to draw, what sketch to use. And I don't even know where my sketch is from this, but if I come across it, I'll show you. Now, of course, you can do leaves. So I've got two different greens here. I've got lots of greens. And this is, again, it isn't terribly wet. It's been sitting here. I'm just reactivating it with water, rehydrating it. And I'm gonna use the outside, just dab a little bit. And then I'm gonna use this deep chartreuse and add that right in the middle there. And then I'm gonna mist it and see how it turns out. Now it's interesting because you can see that I have actually no paint on the tip of that leaf. So we'll see how that turns out. Wow, I love that, but it is a little bit much compared to the rest. And when I have situations like this, I just add more. And this is what I was talking about by painting it. Sometimes if you want to, I'll just put some of that paint right back on here. If you want to manipulate or work with the paint that's down from the stamp, you can just start painting on top of it. Now this is a pretty dark color, so I'm going to get a lot of impressions out of it. So I want to use it some more. I'm going to stamp right on top of these painted leaves here. Well, all right, it's still got a lot of water, but I'm going to add just a touch, just a tiny bit. And I'm pulling it really far back so that I can control it more. Finally, I got a few of the veins from the leaves. And I'm going to just add a little bit of that chartreuse and do another impression. I didn't even add water on this one because you don't always have to. A little bit more water. I just added a little bit of phthalo green. See if it comes through. A little bit. So it's just a play, and you just fill it in wherever you can, wherever it really makes sense to you. And sometimes just the littlest paint, the littlest amount of paint is perfect. Had a little bit of a mess up here, so I'll just sort of fill it in. Making it worse, but that's okay. I mean, this is just a sketchbook and I'm just exploring, and there's no right or wrong here. I'm just playing. So super easy watercolor florals, watercolor roses made simple. I don't think it gets any easier than that. If you're new to this channel, please be sure to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much. Feel free to leave a comment and of course share, and a thumbs up is always a great plus. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.